Hi there, everyone. My name is Christian Eschbach, and welcome to another one of my album reviews. If you are one of my regular viewers, you know we are doing the Rammstein! All the albums in order. I've recorded them all at different times, but all the albums in order over the course of like a week and a half or two, depending on how it ends up working out when I put them up online, to celebrate me going to see Rammstein live in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Oh, I cannot wait for August. Oh, Rammstein live. I have been waiting 20 plus years for this. What, 25 years? 25 years to get to see this band live. And when you watch the next review, you'll understand why, man. 25, well, okay, maybe a little less than 25 years. About 25. Anyways, where I'm trying to go with here, okay, is I want to celebrate what is like the crowning achievement of great bands I'm going to get to go see live. And that, one of the things that is so cool about that is I'm getting to take my son with me to go see it, who is like probably one of the biggest Rammstein fans I know. Okay, I don't, like he could honestly, if it wasn't for the fact I buy all the albums and I haven't bought as many of the DVDs as he's bought, and he hasn't bought pretty much any of the CDs or albums, he listens to them on that Play Spotify things. I don't know. Sorry, I'm old school. He does the modern thing. Where I'm going with this is I can't wait for this. So we are going to talk. I've already covered Herrlseid on the previous album. We are going to cover Sehnsucht. If you watched Herrlseid, you will know that I played with a big torch. I'm not going to bring out the big torch in this one. I've already done it. I will bring it out for another one. But this album does not have a fire-intensive song, we will say. I mean, if you have ever seen Rammstein concerts live, you know there's a fire-intensive song. But all right, albums of the title track Sehnsucht. Right away, you know by this title track, this is a metal album. This is a metal album that definitely has industrial elements to it. Techno industrial. You can dance to this album. You know this right away. And you are in for some great listening. This album kicks off perfectly with Sehnsucht. Now, I am not German. I do not claim to be German, so I am relying on the internet for word translations. Basically, Sehnsucht itself translates to longing. When you really start hearing some of these song titles, and, Herrlseid, I was another one where it was really a love track. And now you got Sehnsucht. Once again, kind of a love track. In the way that Rammstein does it, And then, is that, angry kind of love track. After that, you go into Angel. And that's pretty easy to figure out. That one's Angel. Mellower track, I enjoy it. It's not bad. It's not one of my favorite songs off this album. And you're going to notice a pattern kind of as I go through this album on kind of where I feel about it. What I will say, though, is once again, it's a great song. And what I will also point out, this is one of the first songs on this album that I will say is a stripper song. I once upon a time worked at a strip bar. I was their web designer. And I was there briefly because they didn't keep the website all that long. It wasn't working the way they honestly thought it would. But so they were at this, I worked at this strip bar, and it was a high-end strip bar too. It was one of those ones where the guys had to come in a button-up shirt, it was actually classified as an executive lounge. But the girls, when they found this album, oh man, I can't believe how much Rammstein I got to listen to at work in a strip bar, because that album's just that good, that danceable. And Angel, being even a slower song, was still very danceable for that reason. They just used it to slow down a little. After that, you get into Tier, which is Animal. And this one, Tear, I really, Tear's very singable, you know, it's just Tear. Tear. Just, it's great. Good tune. I mean, the great pantheon of that, which is Rammstein. I honestly haven't gotten to a song on this album yet that I have to hear live, or I want to hear live, or I can't wait to hear live. They are coming up. I'm just not there yet. Next up, you got Bestrafa mich, which is Punish Me. And yeah, you know, that's if you know anything with, you know, this band or, you know, solo albums from certain members, you'll know right away what this song is all about, you know, just by a term like Punish Me. You know, we're not gonna make this easy. So now, that being said, it is not that dirty. It's more maybe more kind of looking up at God going, punish me, you know. What do you got? Come on, is this the best you got? You know, it's that kind of taunt, maybe a little bit, because you can say, come on, punish me. Really dig it. Now, once again, not the first song on this album that I really get into. However, that brings us to the first song on this album that everybody got into. And that would be Du Hast. Now, there are arguments over the way it's said, and part of the thing that leads to the argument is Rammstein has done an English version of this, and when they did the English version, they used, according to the notes I'm reading here online, they used Du hast, not Hast. They sang Du hast, Hasst, and the single S is to mean you have. The double S is to say you hate. Rammstein, when they sang it live, was you hate. Not live, sorry. When they sang it on the English recording, it was you hate. You hate me. Well, the proper translation is actually, according to this, supposed to be you have me. You have me. You have me. You have asked me, and I have said nothing. You know, it just, I love the delivery on this song. Everybody loves the delivery on this song. It's a great song. They still play it live. I can't wait to hear it live. It's one of those ones you have to play. I hate to say it, they probably hate the hell out of it, but it's one of those songs that, you know, is just such a crowd favorite that, you know, everybody needs it or wants to hear it. It's fantastic. Now, one song I'm upset they don't do live anymore, and I know why they don't do it live anymore. It has been replaced for theatrical purposes, and it would be redundant, and that is Bergdish. I really hope they play it live, though, and they can leave the theatrics out if they want. I love Bergdish. I think musically it is one of the best songs on this album. It's got this great energy and electric vibe to it. Just gets you going. And, you know, the Bergdish translates to bend over. Bend over, I command you, turn your visage away from me, I don't care about your face, bend over. You can guess where this song's going. Now, live, what they used to do is run a tube up the vocalist, Lil Tinderman's, or is it Till Lindemann? I always mess that up, sorry, it's Till Lindemann. They used to run a tube of his leg, and he had a prosthetic penis in his pants that he'd pull out, and he'd slap it off the keyboardist's ass, spraying everywhere. That has since been replaced by the more powerful song Pussy and the penis cannon. I cannot wait for the penis cannon. Alright, moving on. So Bergdish, though, great song. I absolutely love it. You could argue over the dirtiness of the lyrics, but it's still fantastic. Then we got Spiel mit mir, which translates to roughly "play with me." Uh, this is another really good song. I find myself singing along with it. I like the music on it. The electronic element on this album is really, really heavy. I mean, like, really heavy. Very much in line with the industrialness that you would have found. Like, I almost want to go with Nine Inch Nails, Marilyn Manson, stuff like that, except for, honestly, better, more metal. I absolutely adore the electronics on this album, and I normally am not big into that stuff. And Spiel mit mir is a very heavy electronic kind of vibe song, which to me is one of those ones that really kind of comes out. Then we get to Clavier, which translates to piano. This one is a really, this is when you get to discover Rammstein doing heavy mellow at the same time, real heavy mellow. Now, on the Herrenseid album, you do have. Oh no, I can't remember the name of the song now. Boat is the English translation. It is, sorry. Seaman. Sorry, Seaman, which translates to Seaman. So, Seaman, that one, first one where you kind of get that whole vibe of that heavy, well, mellow. But you get to Clavier, is, great. And for a song that's, it's about a piano, you'd expect it to have more piano, and they do like it really. The whole song feels like it's played on the piano, but not played on the piano. It's brilliant. I total respect for how that song is done. Next up is Ultimate Old Men is the name of it. Ultimate's not bad. I don't mind it. It's a great song on the album. Not a song that I'm overly into. That goes into Erfosash. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing these words wrong. Which translates to jealousy. Once again, not a bad tune. Not necessarily what I'm into or what I'm looking forward to hearing. And then you got Kuss mich, which is Kiss Me. And I think this one fills out the album. And I even like the music. I like the sound in the background. And knowing the song is called Kiss Me, and when you hear the chorus mish, and then in the background you hear the electronic, it sounds like it's right out of, a old Warner Brothers cartoon or whatever, where you got the kiss and you get the one character acting wacky, you get that little noise behind it, and it really works. And I really, really dig it. I really get into it, and I think it's a great way to end the album. But the album doesn't end there. No, folks. There's hidden tracks on this album. And the hidden track on my particular copy, because there's different hidden tracks on different copies. Some have the English version of Du Hast, which nobody wants to hear. Some have, I believe, an English translation of Angel. No one really wants to hear. Everybody wants to hear the German versions. What you get on here is a English song that was actually sung in English. I believe it was originally a Depeche Mode song or The Cure or something like that. Let me see if I've got it here real fast. It was... Oh, why is it not written down here? Who did it originally? Let's see... Wow, really? Wow, there's a lot of information on that song. Once again, who is the... Oh, yeah, it was Depeche Mode. Okay, sorry about that, folks. Wow, that really took a little bit. All right, so Stripped is an English song by an English band, so they sang it in English, and it works. Every stripper I knew at the time, fought over this song. It is sexy. It is naughty. It is everything you need in a strip song with some high energy, mega grab you by the whoa and pay attention, okay? This was a killer song to cover, and the way they do it is brilliant. And I'm actually glad that it's the last song on the album. I absolutely love it. This album, now, well, I've kind of downplayed some of this album, and I do apologize for the downplaying of the album. I think it's required listening. I think everybody should own a copy of Sehnsucht, much like Harold's Side. I think the Rammstein catalog is one of those catalogs that people of all different types of metal or industrial love should totally get into. And even those that aren't into this, if you like electronic music, the first two albums are just loaded with it, and they're fantastic. Brilliant. Just absolutely brilliant. You gotta check out this album if you haven't already. And I know that there's also different album covers. I know this is kind of a little graphic, but it looks awesome. It looks cool, man. It's so metal. Anyways, folks, we're going to wrap it up there. Let me know what you think. That's what the comment section is for. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. There's a link below that goes to Patreon. Please hit that. And otherwise, peace, love, take care.